Welcome and thanks for tuning in. My name is George Kabam from Ignite Church here in Newark, New Jersey. And today I want to talk about bullies. Yeah, those guys. We all have bullies in our lives. And now they gotten to another level. They're called cyber bullies. Like they've taken it international. They're all over the place. And I remember growing up dealing with this situation in my life. You see, I was about 10 years old and my classroom was the first class to be dismissed to lunch. That's a great thing. I was the first one to eat. The bad part was that all the other classes will come along and yes, the bullies will be right there. And they will push me out of the line. And then when they push me out of the line, the person behind me will push me all to end up in the back of the line every lunchtime. So one day I said, there's got to be a better way. So I picked one of the biggest guys in the classroom and said, hey, I'll give you my lunch money, $1. If you will just protect me during lunchtime. Just stand behind me, that's all. Just stand behind me. So the guy said, okay, give me $1 and I'll stand behind you. So here comes lunchtime. But this time when I went to lunch with him, my attitude was totally different. It wasn't like, oh my God, I was dreading. I was just hyped to go into that lunch line because I knew who was with me. I knew that I had someone that had my back. And so I'm standing there with boldness and here goes the bullies coming up again. And they look at me up and down, but this time I'm looking at them like, yeah, what's up? And when they look at me and they look behind me, they walked away. You see, bullies are strengthened by your fear. And they're weakened by your boldness. And it's interesting that even in the Bible it says, in Romans chapter 8, verse 30, says, if God for us, who could be against us? See, there is a bully in everyone's life. A bully could be anything that you have fear. You're fearing you're changing your job. You're fearing your divorce. You're fearing anxiety. You're fearing the worst in your life. That fear, whatever fear you have in your life right now, it's the bully in your life. And if only we could just recognize for 1 second that if God for us, think of this, who could be against us? See, when I was standing in line, my boldness came not because I was big and not because I was fearless. It's because I knew that someone had my back, that someone was standing behind me, and whatever was going to happen, they had my back. So perhaps in your life right now, the fears come from you not knowing who has your back. Jesus said this, if you know me, you know the Father. If you have me, you have the Father. When you have Jesus in your life, you have the Father, the God of this universe. So he goes on in Romans 8 to say this, if God for us, I want you to think on that, who against us? Perhaps you're looking at your situation from a perspective, it's just you, not a perspective of who's with you. My boldness came when I gave that $1 to that bully and I knew who was with me. And perhaps you just need to know who's with you. And you're looking at your bully from a perspective that you're all by yourself. But you're not by yourself. There's someone close to you, right in your heart, knocking. You knock out, open doors. And perhaps that's what you need to have today in your life, is the acknowledgement that it's God for us. Who against me? Make it personal. Who against me? Who against me? What fear is going to come against you when you know who's with you? If you like this video, share it. Subscribe to our YouTube. And remember this, broken crayons, still colored. Till the next one.